From the days when you said that I was a gunner. I ain't gonna lie when it hit me like real proper. Talking on the phone for some hours, I had to top up. 5-day party, oh what a blast. Them days used to be the good days with my dogs now.
Here we go. First category, My Career Champion. This award goes to most championships won with one MyPlayer build. And the award goes to...
For the land of the free.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season. Hey, Dave.
Well, the Utah Jazz tries to keep their players happy.
Thanks, DA. As the season starts to take shape, there is no better time to check in and see how the rookie race is looking. Some first-year players making big impressions early on in the season, and we'll monitor them to see who will be in prime position to take home the Rookie of the Year award. He's gotten off to a blazing start and has settled into that #2 spot in the rankings. A lot of season left for him to jump to #1, though.
And really not surprised with the kind of talent he possesses to be ranked second already.
Well, what I've really liked about him, Greg, in the early part of this season is how aggressive he's been. He's not hanging in the background like most rookies do. He's getting after it.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Chris Paul. And it's Thibault in at the 2. And for the Jazz, we've got Conley, Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Gardner in at the 3, the small forward. Looking at the schedule, doors about halfway through the season, some teams that started out very hot and were winning like crazy have now come back to earth. They've cooled a bit. They've leveled out.
I think inevitably over the course of an 82-game season, NBA players will tell you there are always these ups and downs and waves of success and then the tough moments. And the best teams seem to be able to weather all of that. Not get too high when they're playing well, not get too low if they're in the middle of a slump.
Here's Conley after the Sixers pick up 2. Yes, that goes in.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
76ers moving the ball around. Had a hand on it, and so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Three from the inbound. A three-pointer is right on target. 5 points in the game. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Paul with the steal. From 13, Green for 2 points.
Working against size. He's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Portland. Gobert trying to get open. Conley's shot is off.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful.
Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
Woo.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And they call an illegal screen here. There's a break in the action, so a rundown now. The most reliable power forward. And centers over the past month when it comes to shooting the basketball. Number 1 is Joel Embiid.
He is an unyielding presence in the low post. I mean, he gets so many good looks because he works so hard to get that great position down low. And when he does, boy, he is impossible to move.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Mike Conley.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And the shot goes in. Paul's got his second basket of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And the Utah fans known league-wide for their passion.
This is a very tough place to get a win on the road, Greg. You know that as well as anyone. You've got the elevation, second highest in the league, and as you mentioned, those fans are loud, proud, and passionate.
Richardson, he's checked in for the 76ers. Teague kicks to Caldwell Pope. Trying to find Bradley, gets it to him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
The Jazz making a switch here. Niang's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Moutier, he's checked in for Paul. The pass to Horford. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 9-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, Greg, you cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And stolen by Richardson. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Teague with the ball. 9 points last game out. It's stolen by Moutier. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
So it's the Jazz now. 76ers getting the bucket. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
To the middle, dishes it to Embiid. Count it.
Building up a big early lead, in charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. Ben Simmons comes in for Emmanuel Moutier. The free throw drops for Embiid. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Jazz trail by 16, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Here's Caldwell Pope. He drains the turnaround jump shot.
And Caldwell Pope able to hit those mid-range shots consistently, but that's one the defense.
Oh my goodness! Wow. What a play!
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Right Foreman. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. And so it's Philadelphia out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
It's very lucky to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established.
Look at that.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
Poke loose. Gobert, the pass to T. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it. That one's not going to go. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
I think they took tremendous satisfaction from that performance and ended up winning going away. So is it something they'll look to repeat tonight?
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 16 points for him.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the Jazz call time here.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
The 76ers making a switch here. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Bogdanovich finds Conley. Caldwell Pope with it. To end the run. Another miss by Utah. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Okay, now, Conley.
Conley kicks to Caldwell Pope. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Jazz have gone 0 of 4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. And he gets it to go. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the night.
And sinking that one, he ends a 14-0 run by Philadelphia.
Pass to Embiid. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
For Utah, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5.
Okay.
Passes it to Gobert. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. He's looking for Embiid and finds him.
Get back, get back.
He's still out. Now he is 9 of 10.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Jazz. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. Gobert dishes to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. And now Philadelphia on the break.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Pass to Gobert. Inside. One-on-one fast break. Here's Thibault. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their play.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Conley feeling it out. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Another miss by Utah. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
5 seconds left now here in the second. The three. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And how about that triple to put a cap on their run here going into the break. Finish that half on a big-time roll.
And so it's Philadelphia sitting on a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. It's time now to go courtside as we set.
Kevin, thanks. Here with him.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And here is Conley, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the 76ers now. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Utah, we've got Bojan Bogdanovic, also Rudy Gobert out there, and it's Conley in at the point guard. The Jazz shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. The rejection by Paul, and they're able to recover. Here's Gardner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an interesting debate in a world that has become, because of social media, so much smaller. You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day-by-day, question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. Another three for Philadelphia.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Back to Gobert. 5 on the clock, and the pass to Gardner. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 7.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Good on the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Pass to Bogdanovic. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic. And then on Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
A different look for Utah. Bradley's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Teagan for Mike Conley. Passes it to Milton from outside the arc, and he's good on the 3-ball. Milton's got 5 now.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Shoots it up. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And Teagues have the ball here for Utah. Pass to Brantley. To the inside. Bogdanovich. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, Bogdanovich looking so comfortable close to the rim. Just extends past the defense beautifully.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
At the line, 76. Number 9. Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both good from the line that time. 1:58 left in the third. Offensive rebound.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Teague against Simmons. Back to Bradley. From deep three-point range, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The 76ers #1.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Jazz. Philadelphia also making some changes. Justin Holiday's checked in for Ben Simmons. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Shake Milton. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bradley against Monroe. They need this. And the rejection by Monroe. Richardson gets a wide open look. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
34 seconds left to play in the third. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Lays it up off the glass. Richardson's got 6 here in this quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. 15 seconds left to play in the third. Foreman. Excellent D there from Holiday. And so it's Philadelphia with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've got a big advantage in the turnover. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game...
Utah ends up going with the new group. Now the 76ers with it. Taking a look at the 76ers. Monroe is out there with MyCareer. Then it's Mudiay, and it's Holiday in at the 2-guard spot.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
There's the pass to Gardner. The Jazz keeping it alive. A new 14. Another miss by Utah. It's stolen by Teague. Bogdanovich looking around. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how they get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olmers, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
Hey Jump TV, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So let's get started. The most 2K Compete event wins. How did you accomplish this?
Well, mainly I played a lot of the 2K events. My favorite was probably Basketball Guys because it's like
Up next, the Wizards take
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Hey folks, welcome to our NBA presentation.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us, and from the sideline, we'll be hearing TA. It sure is. Thanks, David. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at Milwaukee, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And right now for the 76ers, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinion. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
And now Washington's starting group. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Brown in at the small forward. And for the 76ers, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Chris Paul is out there with Josh Richardson. Right around midseason here, Chris, more players-only meetings being held. Give us a little insight into what those are like.
Well, there's some really good ones, Kevin, and there's some bad ones. There's ones that goes, hey, guys, just wanted to bring us all here and say, man, listen, we could do a little bit better. We need to focus. I'll start with myself. I can be better on the boards. You need to be better guards over here. Those kind of meetings are good. Then there's the ones that say, listen, guys, we're going into playoffs. I need everyone to put the phones down. No more going out. Sacrifice. Tell your in-laws, tell your spouse, tell your family, listen, for the next month we're honed in, where we can't come back. And then there's the ones that you don't like, the ones that finger point and saying, hey, guys, I called this meeting because I'm tired of all of you. None of you are putting up. And then another guy says, wait, I'm not doing my job. You're not doing your job. And other guys come in and you kind of get how it goes. So a lot of different ways you can have meetings. But hopefully as a coach, you have great leadership. So at the end of the day, even if you have hurt feelings, guys come out better for you.
Ball against Paul, and taken away by Paul. The numbers in their favor. Moving it up, and the dunk by Embiid.
This is as high percentage of a shot as you can get for Embiid. He's a powerhouse of a player. He loves to dunk it.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Beal against Richardson. Hachimura the pass to Harrell. Here's Wall, and Wall with the slam.
Look, Wall is a blur. His speed is just incredible. He gets to the cup in the blink of an eye.
Pass to Embiid. Kicks to Horford. From 15 feet away. Good as the jump shot falls. 7 points in the game.
Their hot start keeps getting hotter. 5 for 5 now to keep things going.
And taken away by Paul. Down low, Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Seeing the floor well. Paul is fantastic at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Wizards have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. We'll see Webb. Chris Paul can make some fancy passes every so often, but he's considered a great passer for making the right pass at the right time.
Yeah, Kevin, and you know, it always doesn't have to be about the no-look pass. I mean, Paul is effective by making simple, fundamental passes and keeping his turnovers down. As impressive as his assist totals are, they are even more incredible when you put them up by his low turnover numbers.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Wizards trail by 9. Here's Wall. Lays it up and banks it in.
Oh, man, it's so difficult to contain. When Wall is attacking the defense, they're basically at his mercy.
And that one is hammered home.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense has created some great opportunities.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And Chris, a very unique experience playing in the nation's capital. What was your time like with Washington?
Oh, I love D.C. Oh, I love Chocolate City. I mean, the surrounding areas of D.C. love the team as well. There's something special about playing in the capital.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. Ben Simmons comes in for call. Jams it straight down.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
And stolen by Simmons. Here's Milton, and he uses the glass on the layup.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
1:05 left in the first quarter. That's tipped. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Wizards trail by 15. Here's Beal. It's blocked. Washington again turning it over. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
And that one drops for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. We've got 33 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The 76ers leading by 17. Here's Milton. Again, Philadelphia.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
They get a hand on it. Pass to Simmons. There's the 3. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him and get that lead even bigger.
Now Beal. And they get it. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action after this word. Chris Paul talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the...
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Washington, we've got Wagner, also Plumlee out there, and it's Jerome in at the point guard position. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Great value in rim protection, Chris. Talk about some of the characteristics that you have seen and you use yourself in being a good shot blocker.
Well, your reputation precedes you as a shot blocker. So as a shot blocker, you've already blocked enough shots that everyone knows, hey, I'm Rudy Gobert. Don't come here in here unless you want to get that shot swatted out of the way. My name's Joel Embiid. Did you see my highlights of last game? So really what I'm saying is a shot blocker is always in your thought process. I still have nightmares about Matumbo. Come on, let's go to the next. Go to the next one, please. Come on. Get off shot blockers.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
It would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
And the chances of that happening don't look good. And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D. Avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
A well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league could find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
And so John Wall nails both of them.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And they'll keep possession. Embiid inside. He's defended by Hill. Embiid's shot is good.
Stellar work on the offensive glass. Embiid, his reach helps him track down many second chance opportunities.
And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Wizards. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Justin Holiday's checked in for the 76ers. Paul comes in for Moutier.
Chris Paul.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
A superb strength from the crafty guard. Wall's used to getting knocked around. He sticks with his shot.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
Bucket is good. 20 points for him.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And he can't bank that one in. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting.
It's no wonder why they're in front when you take into consideration that he's been perfect from the field so far.
Washington calls timeout.
I'm not really sure I've ever seen a center who could play bully ball in the paint, and step out and hit the 3, then give you the handles in the mix like Joel Embiid. Him and Boogie Cousins are really the only 2 that come to mind.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Richardson's checked in. And just a fantastic run of games for him. A look at the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, You take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
It's good. Paul's got his second basket of the night.
And a good read right there by Paul. Great at carving out space close to the rim and capitalizing.
For Washington, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And even though Embiid has that deep range, he prefers to throw his weight around inside.
And he should, Kevin. And at times, a lack of spacing has forced him to step outside. I mean, he's as gifted as you can get on that block. I mean, you got to get him the ball down there with space to work.
With the floater. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Paul.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. And he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Hachimura, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. To the middle. Richardson against Wall. Pass to Harrell. Back to Wall. 5 to shoot. With some arc. And Paul pulls it down.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
Wall, no luck.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Did you see how hard Wall went inside? He welcomes the contact on every play.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. Both teams will make substitutions. Both shots good from the stripe. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now the pass to Horford. And that one drops. Horford's got 6 points.
And even with the hand in his face, when Horford gets it in that close, he barely needs to see the rim to get it up and down.
Now here's Beal. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. 76ers ahead, just dominating this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here's Wall. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson is out there with Paul. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. To the paint, here's Beal, and it's blocked. In the corner, it's Richardson over Wall, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And here is Beal. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
You know what the kind of competitor he is? I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
That's his first personal foul.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Bill is quick off the dribble, a rhythm scorer who gets off the ground fast.
Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. 32 points in the game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. The Oklahoma City Thunder. Be in town for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. To the inside. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. Beal's got 4 this quarter.
And the awareness of Wall, a guy you can count on to find the open man.
From downtown, traps in the tray.
Hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Hachimura the pass to Wall and stolen by Horford. And now Philadelphia on the break. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Philadelphia shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Wizards shooting 28%, a rocky performance for them offensively. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Weber, you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon. What Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. And I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Outside, Beal. Puts it up. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there.
Oh, he delivers that.
I can't believe it.
I cannot believe that.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. The Wizards have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the 76ers now. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 16-6 run. Nailed from three-point land.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the 3rd now. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession.
Checking in for the 76ers, Ben Simmons. Shake Milton. Rajon Rondo.
There's 1:26 left to play here in the third. Wagner passes to Beal. Clock at 6. Rondo on the double team. It's stolen by Rondo. Here's Milton. Sinks that one from the post. Milton's got 8 points.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Pass to Plumlee. Beal with it, and it's Horford picking him up. Beal drives in, and again, unable to change momentum here. Goes up, pushes it down to finish the break.
Oh, man, the awareness and the IQ of Horford look so adept at getting the ball to his open teammate.
Here's Jerome. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Outside, Beal. Passes it to Jerome. Back to Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Jerome. Here's Bunga, and it's blocked by Simmons.
The reach of Simmons, I mean, coming into play on these blocks, you got to be careful shooting around this guy.
Check Simmons.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
There's the steal. There's the triple. Connects again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And so it's Philadelphia, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys.
The Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. So the Wizards 5 right now. Wagner out there with Plumlee. Then there's Brown. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Jerome in at the point. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Wizards. 34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, Brown. No good from outside. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great fit.
Knocked loose. Beal taking his time here. Shoots over Carroll. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Masterful ball control from Bill right there. Excellent in maneuvering around defense.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from a standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
This is Hackett Hornet on 98.